Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Tuesday, November 30th, at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 679 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Any Russian aggression against Ukraine would draw serious response, says U.S. Miracle, Japanese man rescued after 22 hours drifting at sea. Here's why Kamala didn't hesitate to trust Jussie Smollett. People think Kayleigh McEnany's latest attack on Joe Biden must be satire. Analysis: misfortune follows Miller from Denver to Hollywood. Japan confirms first case of new coronavirus variant. Republican colleague Tom Reed calls Lauren Boebert's vile attacks a pox on all our houses. How Brian Kelly's gutless move from Notre Dame to LSU exposed a broken system opinion. Omicron may cause milder symptoms, but that's not the only thing doctors are worried about. A video appears to show the British F-35 fighter jet crashing into the Mediterranean during takeoff mishap. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Debris warning postpones NASA spacewalk, CNN. COVID-19 antibody drugs are challenged by Omicron, preliminary testing indicates, The Wall Street Journal. First thing, Trump called aides at command center hours before Capitol riot, The Guardian. Cyber Monday PS5 restock, live updates from Walmart, Target and more, Tom's Guide. Facebook owner Meta told to sell Jiffy as British regulator blocks acquisition, CNBC. Russell Wilson, we need to get DK Metcalf the football, NBC Sports. Omicron could be the most infectious COVID-19 variant yet, goats and soda, NPR. Barbados drops the Queen and becomes a republic, The New York Times. Global markets rattled by Omicron vaccine worries, CNBC. Lionel Messi wins record 7th Ballon d'Or, The New York Times. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Bill Cosby prosecutors urge Supreme Court to restore conviction. Notre Dame football coach makes stunning move. James Carville tells Dems exactly how to deal with low-quality Republicans like Boebert. Colbert taunts Jeff Bezos with new nickname for Cyber Monday. Conservative pundits slam evil Fox News spin on Omicron variant. People think Kayleigh McEnany's latest attack on Biden must be satire. Emmett King, former Olympian and Alabama track star, killed in shootout. Republican colleague Tom Reed calls Lauren Boebert's vile attacks a pox on all our houses. Jimmy Kimmel highlights rare moment of truth in Newsmax's Biden coverage. Suspicious, insecure Trump most difficult president to brief on intel, Central Intelligence Agency report reveals. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Escapee from Southeast Louisiana prison arrested. Talks on Bills Stadium continue. Community mourns dad killed in broad daylight. 20-year-old woman needs new lung after COVID-19. Man gets 9 years for fraudulent scheme. Boy, 11, considered prolific carjacker, arrested. Inmate dies 1 day after being medically cleared. Firefighters rescue water department worker stuck in hole. Woman accused of breaking into cars during game. School bus hits car causing it to crash into store. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Myanmar judge delays verdict in ousted civilian leader's trial. Rick Zimmer, far-right pundit, makes French presidential run official. Inside the last abortion clinic in Mississippi. China's silence on Peng Shuai shows the limits of Beijing's propaganda. Tell-tea joke Tony Kushner. Jake Sullivan, Biden's advisor, long a figure of fascination. Why retired subway workers are getting $35,000 to come back. Supply chain problems have small retailers gambling on hoarding. Supervised injection sites for drug users to open in New York City. The case against abortion. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Yankees fans frustrated with lack of off-season moves as others make big splashes. McCarthy and App's floor speech pays off as he becomes first House GOP leader to launch national ad blitz. High-profile Americans among China and App's network of international apologists. Josh Duggar child pornography trial, everything to know. Ex-Notre Dame star Brady Quinn on Brian Kelly and App's reported departure, and App's, LSU is desperate and App's. Pro-Herschel Walker pack to attack Warnock, give GOP candidate and App's air support and App's as he runs Sunny campaign. Media hit for and App's, sophomoric and ridiculous and App's, take on Biden and App's travel ban after calling Trump and App's restrictions racist. Library book returned after 110 years in Idaho. California dad arrested in deadly shooting of 4 children, mother-in-law. CNN responds amid new Chris Cuomo revelations from NY Attorney General probe into brother. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Tuesday, November 30th. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Blind, hard of hearing pensioner, 95, was left lying on the floor for hours for an ambulance. Health Minister Gillian Keegan defends UK response to Omicron variant. Thugs batter each other with metal poles and machetes in street brawl near HMP Manchester, video. French far-right commentator Eric Zemmour will today announce he is running for president. Health Minister tries to calm booster jabs booking scramble as she says GPs will contact people. Grandmother stranded in UK for 2 years due to COVID travel ban finally flies home to Australia. Season's eatings, chef constructs the ultimate Christmas pie. Saboteurs target army, activists launch war on mod for facilitating illegal hunting on its land. TSB will close 70 branches next year as more customers switch to online banking. Senior accountant and younger female colleague win payout from Kensington Council over affair claims. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. As Omicron variant alarm spreads, countries mull a radical pandemic treaty. Rights group, Taliban kill, abduct dozens of ex-officers. Barbados bids farewell to British monarchy, becomes republic. German court convicts ex's member in Yazidi girl's death. EMA chief says EU is ready to deal with new Omicron variant. As Omicron variant spreads, China senses vindication over zero COVID strategy. Sweden's first female prime minister quit after several hours. Less than a week later, she's back. As the Omicron variant arrives in the West, wealthy countries are reaping what they sowed. Coronavirus vaccine makers race to address Omicron variant. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. COVID live, France confirms Omicron case on Reunion, German incidence rate falls slightly. Magnus Carlsen v Ian Nepomniachtchi, World Chess Championship Game 4, live. Markets fall as Moderna chief predicts existing COVID vaccines will struggle with Omicron, Business Live. celebrating 25 years of Lara Croft with a cookbook. The plan to transform one of New York City's dirtiest freeways into green space. Renegades, born in the USA by Barack Obama and Bruce Springsteen, review. Pride, Power and Resilience, How Activism Helps Undocumented Immigrants Cope with Trauma. Washington hold off Wilson and Seahawks for third win in a row. She defined modern Germany, Blair, Barroso and Prodi on Angela Merkel. Miracle rescue of man after 22 hours drifting in rough seas off Japan. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. COVID-19 live updates, Pfizer to ask FDA to authorize boosters for people over 16. Inflation in 19 nations using euro hits record high of 4.9%. Appeals court to weigh Trump arguments to withhold records. Roe on the line as Supreme Court takes up abortion rights case. Barcelona fire kills family of 4, including 2 children. California father arrested after 4 kids, grandmother killed. China to donate 600 million COVID-19 vaccine doses to Africa. Biden vaccine rule for health workers blocked in 10 states. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Dozens of former Afghan forces killed or disappeared by Taliban, rights group says. France issues arrest warrant over Japan parental kidnap. Yazidi genocide, is member found guilty in German landmark trial. Inditex, Zara founder's daughter becomes fashion giant chair. Leaked papers link top Chinese leaders to IR crackdown. Barbados, Rihanna made national hero as island becomes republic. Australian Parliament, 1 in 3 workers sexually harassed, says report. Barbados becomes a republic and parts ways with the Queen. Jack Dorsey, what's next for Twitter's co-founder? Capitol riot, Michael Jackson imitator clashes with judge in court. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Maxwell trial to focus on her, not Jeffrey Epstein. CDC says all adults should get booster due to Omicron variant, latest COVID-19 updates. On this day, November 30, 2004. AP Top Stories November 30. Scientists race to study Omicron variant. Opening statements in Ghislaine Maxwell trial. Lots of storms but a slow finish, busy 2021 Atlantic hurricane season ends today. Squid Game creator loved YouTube stars version. Texas families fight neighborhood fracking. Off-duty New Jersey cop accused of fatally striking man with car and taking body home. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Sheriff Villanueva won't use county's coronavirus testing provider over alleged ties to China. Search for missing LA woman leads to Castaic landfill. Attorney agrees to plead guilty to bribery and kickback scheme tied to DWP billing case. Body found in pond near La Sierra University in Riverside. Facing Omicron threat, CDC says all adults should get COVID-19 booster vaccine. In LA County, low-income areas have been less likely to get COVID-19 boosters. 1 bed, 2 rescued after 100,000-pound oak tree smashes into Encino home. Enforcement begins today for LA's COVID-19 vaccine requirements. How big a threat is the Omicron variant of coronavirus? Here's what we know. Father arrested after 4 children, mother-in-law shot to death in Lancaster home. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Tuesday, November 30th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. German court finds former IS member guilty of genocide in case of Yazidi girl's death. New Zealand becomes first country in the world to fully legalize drug checking. Vegan dies of COVID-19 after refusing vaccine over animal testing. Japan adds $6.75 billion to military budget in rush to bolster air and sea defenses. 30 South African white rhinos airlifted to Rwanda in the largest single translocation. New Zealand government to push for international ban of autonomous weapons, or killer robots. 1/3 of staff in Australian Parliament report some kind of sexual harassment. Australia tries to pause UNESCO process that can force climate action to protect Great Barrier Reef. Queen congratulates Barbados as it becomes a republic. Barbados to cut ties with Queen Elizabeth II, become a republic in a grand ceremony. Pentagon to build up U.S. bases in Guam and Australia to meet China challenge. The world must study the wreckage of COVID-19 and say never again by striking a pandemic preparedness treaty, the WHO said Monday as countries gather to build a new accord. Barbados to declare itself a republic tomorrow, cutting ties with Queen as head of state. China Xi promises 1 billion COVID-19 vaccine doses to Africa. The next headlines are from Forbes. This library display is based on Taylor Swift album Red, Taylor's version. Upon further review, Luke Fickell is better for Notre Dame than Brian Kelly. Stagflation in Japan, welcome to Tokyo's nightmare scenario. George and Ho, from $22 a week to the Ballon d'Or. Here's an ominous misuse of antitrust suits. Biden's vaccine diktat is wrong. Market reaction to new COVID-19 variant, 3 things you need to know. 2021's hottest kids books for the holidays. Markets drop as Moderna CEO predicts existing COVID-19 vaccines will be less effective against Omicron variant. Dubai lines up Emirates airline for possible stock market listing. The next headlines are from Nature.com. China's Mars rover has amassed reams of novel geological data. Climate researchers consider standing for office. I did. The United States needs a Department of Technology and Science policy. Ancient DNA researchers write their own rules. Collaborate equitably in ancient DNA research and beyond. Animal experiments, EU is pushing to find substitutes fast. Author correction, targeting LIF-mediated paracrine interaction for pancreatic cancer therapy and monitoring. When scientists gave 1,000 vulnerable people hepatitis over 30 years. Victories against AIDS have lessons for COVID-19. Audio long read, The Chase for Fusion Energy. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,748,051,554 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Sony Pictures International prods, Ella Studio set Hombres G film, Voy a pasar Melobia exclusive. How the Noise of Engines director Philippe Gregoire pulled off the ultimate family movie. Walter Presence acquires crime series Dark Woods in UK, Scandinavia in global screen deal exclusive. India's Ram Charan on working with Chiranjeev v. SS Rajamouli and Shankar exclusive. Squid Game debuts on audience measurement chart as Barb upgrades to SVOD reporting. Viacom CBS signs diverse UK writers with first-look deals ahead of Paramount Plus launch. Pulse Films options Underbelly, best-selling book about complexity of modern motherhood exclusive. The Stranger Review, glowering, gorgeously shot parable of occupation and oppression in the Golan Heights. West Side Story first reactions praise the classic musical's reimagining as spectacular and top-tier Spielberg. Gotham Awards 2021, the full winners list. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Why some researchers think the Omicron variant could be the most infectious one yet. It's no secret, Central Intelligence Agency book looks at fraught relations with Trump. Billions of federal dollars could replace lead pipes, Flint has history to share. City trees are turning green early, prompting warnings for food and pollination. There's a GOP push in Wisconsin to take over the state's election system. New antiviral drugs are coming for COVID, here's what you need to know. Myanmar court postpones verdict for ousted leader Aung San Suu Kyi. Golf pioneer Lee Elder, who broke the race barrier at the Masters, dies at 87. Elizabeth Holmes testifies about alleged sexual and emotional abuse at fraud trial. Prosecutors ask U.S. Supreme Court to review the Bill Cosby case. The following headlines are from The Week. The false narrative of a narrative. The Omicron variant might be our last warning about vaccinating Africa. Late night host crack Cyber Monday jokes, compare the Biden and Trump White House Christmas decorations. Barbados drops Britain and its queen, becomes the world's newest republic. Trevor Noah, a South African, explains why the Omicron-fueled Southern Africa travel ban is total bull's tea. CNN's Chris Cuomo passed intel from sources to Andrew Cuomo's aides to aid abuse defense, text show. In an encouraging sign, more monarch butterflies are migrating to California. Federal labor official rules there must be a new union vote at Amazon warehouse. CDC expands COVID-19 booster recommendation. Omar ended call with Boebert after she refused to publicly acknowledge anti-Muslim remarks. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Escape from Kabul. The next headlines are from Universe Today. NASA simulation shows what happens when stars get too close to black holes. The Parker Solar Probe is getting pelted by hypervelocity dust. Could they damage spacecraft? The Decadal Survey is out. What new missions and telescopes are in the works? This is a classic example of a reflection nebula, where the reflected light from young hot stars illuminates a protostellar cloud of gas and dust. A gravitational lens shows the same galaxy 3 times. NASA launches DART, to learn how to defend the Earth from a future asteroid impact. These are the news headlines for today, Tuesday, November 30th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Hubble's grand tour of the giant planets. The next news is from Politico. Hundreds of House districts are being redrawn. Here's who's winning and losing. Vaccines versus Omicron, the next big test in the pandemic. A post-Roe strategy, the next phase of the abortion fight has already begun. Senate Democrats' Russian pipeline headache just won't go away. Trump effort to stymie January 6 committee faces appeals court reckoning. COVID looms over Biden's presidency, once more and always. Elizabeth Holmes accuses former lover, business partner of abuse. Twitter's CEO is leaving. The storms that consumed his company won't end. Democrats' December dread builds after defense stumble. Please let me help, how Chris Cuomo fought to save his embattled brother. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. When official rates rise, how much will your mortgage go up? Best of Cartoons, November 30th, 2021. Omicron gives share markets newbies taste of volatility. Robo-guidance gathers pace as advice fees soar. Toxic impact of social media to be examined by parliamentary inquiry. Late Simon strike saves Matildas as early lapse again underlines defensive issues. How to calculate if a mortgage offset account is worth it. Breaking up with your beloved shares is hard to do. Do you like the safety of cash? It may be time to change your mindset. Police team behind Cleo rescue honored at state reception in Perth. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Dow Jones Newswires, R.R. Donnelly gets higher bid from Chatham at $10.25 a share. Coronavirus update, Omicron strain of coronavirus that causes COVID now in at least a dozen countries, as experts urge unvaccinated to get shots. Still haven't returned to the office? The Omicron variant could keep you waiting. Brett Ahrens is raw, California turns a blind eye to nursing home abuses. Peter Morici, Republicans should force Biden to spend less in coming debt ceiling showdown. Market snapshot, Dow futures fall more than 400 points as Moderna CEO predicts existing vaccines will be less effective against Omicron variant. Kelley Blue Book, more car shoppers are thinking about EVs, but still holding back. Keywords, this is not going to be good, Moderna CEO on what scientists are telling him about the Omicron coronavirus variant. NerdWallet, premiums, deductibles and copays will be higher, Medicare changes for 2022. Kelley Blue Book, the 2022 Cadillac CT5, an affordable mid-size luxury sedan with sleek exterior styling. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Artificial intelligence, can a machine be an inventor? Lexology. Court holds that IP assignment must include magic words, Lexology. Pune, CSIRNCL wins CII Award for Best Patents Portfolio, Puniker News. European Parliament, resolution on the action plan for intellectual property adopted, Lexology. University of Helsinki, Slush gives science-based innovations a platform to bloom, India Education Diary. Lady Edison Henry blazed path for women inventors, The Daily Advance. The Sanai IP Rights Protection Center in Hainan speeds up work, TESS. Our patent review system is 10 years old, it's time to make it stronger, F. Software patent eligibility practice at the EPO, Intellectual Property, UK, Mondac News alerts. Patents help to power the world, tracing developments in solar energy capture, one patent at a time, Intellectual Property, Australia, Mondac News alerts. The next headlines are from Quartz. Supply chain chaos has moved from seaports to airports. Twitter is getting a new CEO. Will Omicron wreck the economic recovery? Virgil Abloh's adventurous career, summarized through the brands he worked with. How Adani Port's offshore business in Australia has landed it in trouble. Online sales fell on Black Friday but should bounce back on Cyber Monday, analysts say. Facebook planted the idea of the metaverse but Apple can actually populate it. Can Omicron turn around Peloton, one of the year's worst performing stocks? Jack Dorsey chose Square over Twitter. How to pronounce Omicron in English and in Greek. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Nordic Track patches out God mode in treadmills that allowed users to watch anything on its display. Lying NYPD officers cost prosecutors 60 more criminal convictions. When the FBI shows up at your door about your reporting, that's intimidation. Apple sues NSO Group for targeting iPhone users with powerful exploits. Facebook again, tells law enforcement that setting up fake accounts violates its terms of use. Daily Deal, Cyber Monday Roundup. Washington Post forgets it fought and won legal battle against mandatory transparency, now demands internet co's face the same. Cable giant Spectrum endangered its employees and screwed its technicians during COVID. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Mainskin. Hornets vs. Bulls. Anthony Ramos. Miss USA 2021. DK Metcalf. Barbados. Seahawks. Robbie Ray. Spirit Airlines flight attendant attack. Lee Elder. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. New Omicron variant could spell end for COVID-19 pandemic, top Russian scientist. Over 100 fashion brands tied to deforestation. MI6 outlines white-hot focus on digital threats. West must help break up Russia, ex-Ukrainian FM. Bank fined for charging the dead. Crashed British F-35 failed to take off, leaked video shows. Brits sent for coats they're too guilty to wear to Afghanistan and Pakistan. 1 in 3 parliament staffers sexually harassed. U.S. lying about expulsion of Russian diplomats, ambassador. France slams UK for quasi-modern slavery. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Why inflation is a runaway freight train. More trouble for EU, Gazprom doesn't expect decline in gas prices in coming months. UK bureaucrats abandon term Christmas over fears it may offend minorities. Partner in crime, Maxwell prosecution opens with sordid details of Epstein's sexual predation. Renault unveils flying car for travel on sky highways. Slow disaster playing out as Germany moved to shut down 8.5 GW of baseload nuclear capacity. White House quietly delays vaccine mandate as another federal judge objects. UK delivery chaos could spark alcohol shortage ahead of Christmas. Kemp, European gas prices jump again as freezing temps pressure inventories. A Tale of Two Cities, Kenosha vs. Waukesha. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. The Bookmaker, an ancient craft in Ethiopia. On the White Nile, a South Sudan businesswoman. Brazilian police burn gold miners' boats in Amazon. U.S. legislators call for release of environmental lawyer Dunziger. Spooked by Omicron, Singapore defers expanding reopening plans. Map, tracking the Omicron variant. Inquiry finds widespread sexism in Australian Parliament. New Republic Barbados names Rihanna as a national hero. Cosby prosecutors ask U.S. Supreme Court to restore conviction. Myanmar court delays verdicts in Aung San Suu Kyi's trial. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Marine Corps reaches vaccine mandate deadline with thousands unvaccinated. NY to publish book on AOC that will explore the influence of her beauty. Fact check, law professor claims originalist argument for keeping right to abortion. CNN's Chris Cuomo used media sources to dig into Andrew Cuomo's accusers. Piers Morgan, Fauci should put his ego away, shut the F up. Exclusive Bernie Kerik, Democrats fabricated claims in January 6 subpoena. Rep Boebert, Ilhan Omar hung up on me when I asked her to apologize for anti-Semitic rhetoric. Gun boom, FBI ran 187,585 background checks on Black Friday alone. Video, I am proud to be an American, Enes Kanter Freedom becomes a U.S. citizen. Prosecutors ask U.S. Supreme Court to reinstate Bill Cosby sex crimes conviction. The next headlines are from UPI News. Clerk convinces woman to buy $1.4 million lottery ticket. Watch, firefighters rescue puppy stranded under owner's deck. Watch, India man build Taj Mahal replica house as gift for his wife. Message in a bottle launched from Florida crosses Atlantic Ocean. Watch, deer breaks into New Hampshire school, leaves antler behind. Watch, bear raids $600 worth of frozen meats from Colorado garage. Watch, overdue book returned to Idaho library after 110 years. Watch, man rides 35 miles on electric unicycle while juggling for world record. Watch, bison on the loose for 2 months spotted in Illinois. A full 12 days of Christmas will cost more this year. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. Part 1 of 7, Animal mutilation perpetrators are creatures from outer space, Sheriff Tex Graves, Logan County, Colorado, 1979. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Youth hailed for providing renewable energy to 10,000 people without using battery, wind, sun, or water. New procedure could improve quality of life for millions of people after knee replacement surgery. Artist's joke to his friends garner $600,000 for Nigerian orphanages. People enjoy surprisingly deep conversations with strangers, and new study finds benefits. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Tuesday, November 30th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Elizabeth Holmes says Theranos former president abused her. Embattled Kansas lawmaker arrested for second time in month. Fired employees sue Google for breaching Don't Be Evil part of contract. Staff at UK's highest pub bid fond farewell to Snowden guests. Bullets in toaster oven start fire in assisted living facility room. Pubgoers snowed in for 3 days at UK's highest inn. Bodies rotting since 2020, horror for 2 families struck by COVID. To protest COVID mandates, this California town declared itself a constitutional republic. U.S. Customs officials seize nearly 4,000 balloons at D.C. airport. Plumbers expecting Big Brown Friday following Thanksgiving feasts, increase in sewage. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Give Netflix your phone number to really secure your account. How my startup completely transformed its revenue model. Researchers built an AI that automatically generates movie trailers. Does the right to bear arms cover AI guns and killer robots? Scientists developed living robots that reproduce. Jack Dorsey is no longer Twitter's CEO, by choice, this time. 23 new models and $18 billion, the staggering numbers behind Nissan's new all-electric plan. Why Meta has been ordered to sell GIF platform Jiffy, updated. You've just been accepted into a startup accelerator, now what? South Korea will use VR to determine if the elderly can keep driving. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Largest comet ever observed was active at near record distance. Strong winds power electric fields in the upper atmosphere. Extinct swordfish-shaped marine reptile discovered. Team builds first living robots that can reproduce. Parallels in human, dog oral tumors could speed new therapies. Climate change is making one of the world's strongest currents flow faster. Research pushes auto industry closer to clean cars powered by direct ethanol fuel cells. Why we must avoid temperature overshoot. Researchers light the way for organic glow-in-the-dark materials. Potential new therapeutic pathway to clear chronic viral infections. The next headlines are from Information Week. Whatever happened to business supercomputers? Harness your heritage, building an IT future on past success. Reduce and reimagine how SEOs can transform IT spend. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Tuesday, November 30th from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. The Triple Team, Jazz shut down Damian Lillard, get Rudy Gobert doodles of dunks and win versus Portland. Bagley cartoon, not so great Salt Lake. Virginia man dies while canyoneering in Zion National Park, 2 others rescued. Orem police shoot and kill armed man. Weather forecast is dry and mild in northern Utah, but inversion is dirtying the air. How 9 books started a fight over censorship and pornography in this Utah school district. This Utah university has never had a Native American student win its homecoming pageant, until now. Retirement, Utah football coach Kyle Whittingham says he's having as good a time right now as ever. Scientists working to understand record of mine-related contamination in sediment below Lake Powell. Who is offering to buy your home for cash and how is it impacting Utah's housing market? The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Cyber Grinch snatching toys should be stopped, lawmakers say. AMC, Sony will hand out NFTs to Spider-Man advance ticket buyers. Airbus A340 plane lands on Antarctica for first time. World's first living robots can now reproduce, scientists say. Intel is stockpiling legacy technology for security research. South Korea will use VR to determine if the elderly can keep driving. Big tech firms should pay internet service providers to upgrade networks, telcos in Europe claim. AMD allegedly jacking up RX 6000 GPU prices by 10%. Nissan lays out $17.6 billion plan to electrify its future. Fired employees sue Google for breaching Don't Be Evil part of contract. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Soje, ill police chase ends with crash in Crèvecoeur, 1 in custody. 75-year-old driving wrong way on I-44 in Fenton dies in crash. St. Louis police trying to find owners of property stolen from cars. Teachers, mayors demand removal of Normandy superintendent. Hero catches 3-year-old thrown from window during St. Louis apartment fire. 14-year-old shot while waiting at bus stop in North St. Louis. CDC says all adults should get COVID-19 booster shot. Steven Matz finalizes $44 million, 4-year contract with Cardinals. Police, 3 killed in rollover crash on I-270 were not wearing seatbelts. Missing millionaire, winning lotto ticket worth $1.8 million sold in St. Louis County. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Local doctors tracking new Omicron COVID-19 variant. Woman struck in leg by stray bullet in Ramona. Check your flight, dense fog causes delays, cancellations at San Diego International Airport. Pfizer to apply for COVID-19 booster approval for 16 and 17-year-olds, report. Omar, Boebert blast one another after tense call amid backlash over anti-Muslim remarks. Officer accused of brandishing gun at man outside of bar while off duty to stand trial. Woman sentenced to prison for North County hit and run that killed cyclist. Can a city declare itself a republic? This California community just did. Family says 12-year-old boy killed by stray bullet on Thanksgiving deserves justice. 1 dead in North County rollover crash. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Luch successfully demos guided missile weapon on M113 platform. France rolls out new nuclear-powered attack submarine. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. Solomon Islands leader blames other powers for violent Chinatown protests. In China, longer maternity leave is a tough sell. Why China is genuinely worried about AUKUS. U.S., China commemorate ping-pong diplomacy at Table Tennis Worlds. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Tuesday, November 30th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Oakland store owner questions staying open after multiple burglaries in 1 year. Oakland City leaders discuss crime prevention plans. San Jose homeless camp barriers create new problems. San Francisco police respond to multiple shootings, sideshows over weekend. Small earthquake strikes East Bay. Citizens help rescue driver from car fire in Santa Rosa. Palo Alto home broken into while residents were inside, police. Thieves steal more than $3,000 worth of merchandise from Daly City Macy's, police. 11-year-old Texas girl killed in hunting accident. Omar, Boebert blast one another after tense call. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Constable, Grays Lake native leaps to Frogger glory. Hoffman Estates approves 3-year firefighters contract retroactive to January 1st. County grants $5 to help DuPage pads buy hotel to house the homeless. Naperville Autism Group raffling Lexus in fundraiser. What health officials know, and don't know, about Omicron. Officials monitoring COVID-19 outbreak at Lake County Jail. Bail reduced for Naperville man charged in fatal Lyle crash. Gurney shooting victim ID'd, investigators believe he was targeted. Despite recount, results of 2020 DuPage auditor race the same, clerk's report says. Park Ridge shooting may be linked to road rage case. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. King County launches community survey to help reimagine public safety in 2022. Report, Seattle ranks as one of the worst U.S. cities for package theft. Here's where to find Seattle's best places to go ice skating. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 6M, depth 10 km, in Papua New Guinea November 30, 2021, 10:36 UTC, about 40,000 people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5M, depth 7.86 km, in Japan November 30, 2021, 6:53 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green alert for tropical cyclone 2021, population affected by category 1, 120 kilometers per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in Italy. Drought is ongoing in Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Russia, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Angola. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Tuesday, November 30th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from Cypher Brief Security News and High-Level Analysis. The Human Cost of War, My Own Failure and Our Military's Mental Health Crisis. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Families sue daycare center, claiming children were abused, it's sending out a wrong message. How to celebrate generosity this Giving Tuesday, list. Caution, dense fog advisory in effect until 9 a.m. Omicron variant brings COVID-19 vaccine inequity home to roost. Tiger Woods says his days of being a full-time golfer are over, never full-time, ever again. Houstonians encouraged to don Western wear for rodeo's big 90th event. 11-year-old boy arrested, considered a prolific carjacker. Megan Thee Stallion cancels Houston concert out of respect for Astroworld victims. Lamborghini stolen out of Florida found in Chambers County. Murdered Houston woman's family concerned as her accused killer seeks release. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Founder's daughter named chair of fashion giant Inditex. China concerned about Omicron effect on Beijing Winter Games. UK competition watchdog orders Facebook to sell off Jiffy. Sweden's first female prime minister presents her government. Iran strikes hardline as talks over nuclear deal resume. Nations close borders but more Omicron cases emerge globally. Cambodia bars entry to travelers from 10 African countries. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra, today is gonna be the day you read about an Oasis tribute band getting trapped in a pub during a snowstorm. A.G. James releases hours of video and additional written testimony from Cuomo probe. Mid-century photography and modern self-portraiture take center stage at 2 new exhibits at the Met. New Year's Day Coney Island polar bear plunges on for 2022. Facing COVID surge and Omicron, NYC advises all residents to wear masks indoors and in public. Early edition, the hot new hitting Hmong lifestyle trend of spacing out while staring at trees. NJ renters have 2 weeks to apply for rental aid as eviction moratorium sunsets. After ballot measure bust, state lawmakers make new push for voting rights. Fans sing and pay tribute to Broadway great Stephen Sondheim on an ordinary Sunday. Succession Power Rankings, Too Much Birthday. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Profiting from the carbon offset distraction. High global fertilizer prices overshadow Malawi's farm subsidy program. Mexico, over 95,000 registered as disappeared, impunity almost absolute. Financing sustainable development needed more than ever, says UN Deputy Chief Mohammed. World dangerously unprepared for future pandemics unless leaders tackle inequalities, UNAIDS warns. Pakistan, gender-intentional policy can make agent banking work better. UN chief calls for nuclear weapons-free Middle East. Omicron COVID variant underlines need for global pandemic treaty. Coronavirus pandemic could cost global tourism $2 trillion this year. IM scales up aid at EU-Belarus border, as migrant hypothermia deaths tick up. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. What is the relationship between the political left and globalism? Chris Cuomo used his media connections to find info on Andrew's accusers. Video, students demand Black Friday be renamed, until they discover it has nothing to do with race. Puzzling surge in heart disease among soccer players is a coincidence, media reports. United Nations is handing out $800 debit cards to illegal migrant families in Mexico heading to U.S. Armed agents in Texas school district arrest concerned parents in their own homes. Omicron, a perfectly timed variant to scare the unruly back into submission. Biden vaccine rule for health workers blocked in 10 states. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Boberton Call refuses to apologize to Omar for anti-Muslim remarks. Chris Cuomo's off-air role, brother Andrew's strategist. Cosby prosecutors urge Supreme Court to restore conviction. WHO warns that Omicron virus variant poses very high risk. What Dr. Angelique Kutzi actually said about Omicron variant. Oh, Christmas tree, cardboard display is the talk of a town. Merriam-Webster's 2021 word of the year is vaccine. Log in, dozen stuck in England's highest pub after storm. Lee Elder, first black golfer to play Masters, dies at age 87. Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey steps down as CEO. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. These sexual meditation apps want to get you off. You might also fall asleep. Trump never got another classified intelligence briefing after January 6. The dark movie exposing Jeffrey Epstein's House of Horrors. Harry Hamlin's secret sauce, on playing Tom Brokaw, fighting the paparazzi, and his legendary Bolognese. These places from Greek mythology still exist, and you can visit. Curb Your Enthusiasm. Susie Essman actually loves Larry David. Why there might not be an Omicron booster. These charities are helping refugees, and they need your aid. Confused on where to give on Giving Tuesday? Check out these charities. The next headlines are from the New York Post. The man Emmanuel quickly calls his brother is chasing their shared dream at St. John's. Vince McMahon wished he could beat the ST out of Bob Costas during HBO interview. NFL Power Ranking for Week 13, playoff picture starting to get crowded. Miss Kentucky Elle Smith crowned Miss USA. Ari Lennox claims she was racially profiled before arrest at Amsterdam airport. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. NASA calls off spacewalk due to possible risk from space debris. Biden says Omicron variant is not a cause for panic. Fauci on Omicron variant, we should not be freaking out. Dr. Ashish Jha on new Omicron variant. How the White House is responding to the Omicron variant. Water witches, or dowsers, are finding new clients in a drier California. Climate change is making harvest more difficult this year for cranberry farmers. Fears new COVID variant detected in South Africa could be worst yet. World takes decisive action against Omicron as new variant prompts fears of another COVID wave. Fauci addresses Omicron as new COVID variant sparks concern, new international travel bans. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. Las Vegas is building the world's largest sphere. What if we aren't the first advanced civilization on Earth? Is case finally closed on 1965 Pennsylvania UFO mystery? The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Book returned to Boise Public Library 111 years after its due date, in near-perfect condition. Elizabeth Holmes tags abusive ex-lover as root of her alleged deception of fairness investors. Darrell Brooks Jr., who drove through Waukesha Christmas parade, charged in 6th homicide after boy's death. New York braces for the imminent arrival of new COVID variant as health officials recommend wearing masks indoors. Irish funeral results in 8 arrests as families clash. Testimony from CNN's Chris Cuomo reveals he shared intel from sources with Governor Cuomo's top aide, NY Attorney General probe. Jussie Smollett pretended to be a victim of racist attack, prosecutors say, defense says he was victim. Barbados to cut ties with UK, become republic. Biden urges new COVID vaccination push to fight Omicron variant, not stricter restrictions. Chris Cuomo used media contacts to protect his brother Andrew Cuomo, records show. The following headlines are from military.com. Austin orders new review of deadly 2019 airstrike in Syria. A 79-year-old alleged mobster has been indicted for defrauding Tricare.mp4. Austin denies Oklahoma bid for exception to vaccine mandate. 1,000 National Guard soldiers to deploy to Africa as Mideast wars wind down. Once banned by the Taliban, kites mark first Thanksgiving for Afghan refugees on U.S. military base. Russian Navy test fires hypersonic missile. Former Pentagon chief sues to publish material in memoir. Can world powers curb Iran in new nuclear talks? Taiwan sends jets after 27 Chinese planes enter buffer zone. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Jussie Smollett trial begins with prosecutor alleging a bogus hate crime and actor's defense insisting case was tremendous rush to judgment. After mother and son kill days apart, Roseland community seeks answers to violence. GOP Rep Rodney Davis, who had flirted with a run for governor, intends to seek a sixth term in Congress. A man's pit bull barked incessantly as screams came from a burning building, alerting its owner to pull a woman and her 7-year-old son from a fire. Backroom tensions between Black and Latino aldermen go public as ward map deadline and possible referendum loom. With deals all weekend long, is Cyber Monday really such a big deal? I'm not going away anytime soon. Independent monitor updates consent decree amid criticism of Chicago police reform effort. Democrat maintains edge in DuPage auditor election recount. Republican says race isn't over yet. Column, a message from the Omicron variant. I promise I won't hurt you. Let's go, Brandon. Naperville man charged with aggravated DUI in crash that killed 3 people. The following headlines are from phys.org. Above average temperatures despite La Nina, UN. Climate Change 2021, there's no turning back now. Duck-billed dinosaur may be one of many at Missouri site. Strong winds power electric fields in the upper atmosphere, NASA's Icon finds. Science at the cusp, NASA rocket to study mysterious area above the North Pole. Exploring together, NASA and industry embrace laser communications. Tropical cyclones in Asia could double in destructive power under a warming climate, new research finds. Filtering microplastics trash from water with acoustic waves. Satellites reveal Ethiopian elephants under threat, study shows. Can lithium cure what ails the Salton Sea? Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Tuesday, November 30th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. AI is learning to manipulate us, and we don't know exactly how. Omicron variant, what we know so far. We really cannot stop natural disasters, we can only hope to contain them. 5 things you didn't know about Marie Curie. COVID-19 vaccine certificates for sale on the dark web. 25 best CBD gummies on the market. The 25 best CBD oils for sale. Humans have altered their life expectancy in extraordinary ways. How does climate change affect human health? How astronomers detected a Technus signature from Proxima Centauri, and why they rejected it. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. MI6 spy chief says China, Russia, Iran top UK threat list. Bayern Munich set to play in empty stadium over coronavirus. Far-right pundit to launch campaign for French presidency. Fire in Barcelona kills family of 4, including 2 children. Kuwait's exiled opposition returns home after royal pardon. Top German court upholds disputed national COVID measures. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. It's important to keep your pets warm this winter. Photos, Warriors Klay Thompson gets practice time in Kaiser Permanente Arena in Santa Cruz. California police officer fools robbery suspect into driving himself to his arrest. Laguna Beach mansion breaks Orange County record sale price at $70 million. Father arrested after shooting deaths of his 4 young children, mother-in-law in California home. California teen accused of impersonating officer, conducting traffic stop. Word game, November 30th, 2021. Horoscopes November 30th, 2021, Billy Idol, turn every negative into a positive. Bridge, November 30th, 2021. Psychic near me, gifted psychics, mediums and tarot card readers at your disposal. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. NDAA stalls on Senate floor as end-of-year pressure builds. 5% of Marines unvaccinated against COVID-19 as deadline hits. Smash and grab crime wave spreads across U.S. Dueling mass rallies planned for Supreme Court hearing in pivotal abortion case. Manchin floats Democrats unilaterally hiking debt ceiling with expedited support from GOP. Arizona State students demand Kyle Rittenhouse be expelled. Charlie Baker, Mass Governor, vaccine passport program could be coming soon to 15 or 20 states. Nancy Pelosi looks to avoid shutdown with short-term funding bill. Supply chain problems persist despite Biden's efforts to alleviate congestion. Iranian demands raise fresh doubts as nuke talks resume. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Pfizer is lobbying to thwart whistleblowers from exposing corporate fraud. Anti-BDS laws could upend the constitutional right to engage in boycott. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Tuesday, November 30th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Holiday movie preview, Matrix, Spidey, West Side Story among our 12 films of Christmas. 9-shot Monday in Chicago. Menu planner, invite guests for lemon herb roasted cod with crispy garlic potatoes. Free YMCA memberships offered to residents of Pilsen, Little Village as Rauner Y reopens. Horoscope for Tuesday, November 30th, 2021. Illinois defeats Notre Dame 82-72 in Big Ten ACC Challenge. Big ballers collide, Bulls, Lonzo pull away from Hornets, LaMelo. CPS principal wants answers, changes after death of her student and his mother within days. Hall of Fame ballot has become morality test. LSU hires Brian Kelly away from Notre Dame to be next coach. The next headlines are from the Times of India. Lyricist Sirivanila Sitharama Sastry passes away due to lung cancer. Neil Bhatt and Aishwarya Sharma tie the knot in Ujjain. SIL draws Rs 20k crore rail in for plan to boost supplies. Who will need a booster dose amid Omicron threat? Vicky Katrina's wedding guest list revealed. Contempt case against Mulya to be dealt with on January 18, SC. Say promises secure bio-bubble for Team India. Uttarakhand government withdraws Char Dam bill. Can you catch dengue twice? Here's what you should know. Here's how much Parag Agrawal will earn as CEO of Twitter. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Tuesday, November 30th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Things to do, Red Bull sound clash the Suffers and Tank and the band has. Time to unsubscribe from unwanted emails. Things to do, listen to There's a Light by Mark Stein of Vanilla Fudge. Anatomy of Houston Texans lost to New York Jets. Preview, the Christmas shoes at AD players at the George. Preview, the snowy day at Houston Grand Opera. Want a whole lot of Zep? Houston Texans lose to New York Jets, 21-14. Things to do, upcoming food and drink events in Houston this week. The next headlines are about world records making news. New world record prices for South African mohair in 2021, Farmers Weekly. The Guinness World Records did not acknowledge Sudanese model Nayakam Jetwat as the Queen of Darkness, Factly. World record-breaking sailor takes out SCOO's Alumnus of the Year award, Etchernet Daily. Watch, Indian school group sets Guinness World Record with massive handprint mural of UAE flag, Gulf News. Wodonga cricketer, 78, one of the youngest and oldest cricket match world record attempt, ABC News. Sri Lanka off to a solid start but Dimit misses world record, the island LK. New speed run technique brings the Skyrim glitchless world record under 73 minutes, PC Gamasn. For superhuman Ermal Purja, climbing Death Zone Everest took only a day, New York Post. The Dodge Challenger Demon has awesome world record-breaking wheels, hot cars. Weekend recap, Schifrin ties World Cup record, Formiga concludes career with Brazil, and more, NBC Sports. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Mark Zuckerberg is a barbecue sauce-obsessed killer in new meta parody video. Chucky gets a season 2, lives to slay another day. Charlie Brown and the Peanuts gang are on a mission in their new holiday special. Amazon's Alabama workers are getting a second chance to unionize. The US really doesn't want to admit its spite on Julian Assange. Star Wars, Ahsoka adds a possible Thrawn counterpart. 7 things to know about Twitter's new CEO. Critical Role's new novel reveals an awkward family reunion. Silent Night offers a downbeat blend of Doomsday and Christmas. Physicists detect neutrinos for first time ever using Large Hadron Collider. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Marble Bar in Australia at 111.38 degrees Fahrenheit or 44.1 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Delayankir in Russia at minus 63.04 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 52.8 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Interesting research, but no, we don't have living, reproducing robots. U.S. preps vaccine contingencies amid panic over poorly understood Omicron. All the best Cyber Monday 2021 deals we can find so far, updated. The best Cyber Monday deals on Apple devices. Nissan announces half-hearted F strategy after fumbling its lead. Apple is exploring reverse and true wireless charging technology. Ocarina of Time has been fully decompiled into human-readable code. Google Play apps downloaded 300,000 times stole bank credentials. 2 months in, Windows 11 is still a work in progress. Big tech firms should pay internet service providers to upgrade networks, telcos in Europe claim. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Trump called insurrectionists at Willard Hotel hours before January 6 riot, report. Theranos founder claims abused by controlling boyfriend. Prosecutors ask U.S. Supreme Court to rule on Bill Cosby release. Moderna boss says vaccines likely no match for Omicron, FT. Pentagon plans stronger U.S. posture toward China, Russia. Dr. Oz will announce a run for U.S. Senate to Sean Hannity, TMZ. Oklahoma National Guard soldiers are roadkill for Governor Kevin Stitt's political career, Rachel Maddow. January 6 committee has interviewed over 250 people, congressmen. Marilyn Manson raided by county sheriff as part of sexual assault investigation. Former GOP rep, Lauren Boebert's bigotry doesn't seem to matter to Kevin McCarthy and leading Republicans. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Nerdles, the worst toxic waste you've probably never heard of. How biking calms my pandemic angst. Amazon workers will likely get another chance to unionize in Alabama. Lauren Boebert doubles down on her anti-Muslim bigotry. Jack Dorsey tried to be cool, but the company he built is deeply conventional. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. NASA to launch a telescope bigger and more powerful than Hubble, KQED. Space dust analysis could solve mystery of the origins of Earth's water, Uric alert. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Incoordination in children, a review and a study of 3 cases JMDH, Dove Medical Press. Study reveals a protein's key contribution to heterogeneity of neurons, Uric alert. Compensatory variability in network parameters enhances memory performance in the Drosophila mushroom body, pnas.org. Kinematic self-replication in reconfigurable organisms, pnas.org. New survey finds pharmacists eager for more brain health supplement information, Pharmacy Times. NerveGen Pharma Corporation closes non-brokered private placement, Yahoo Finance. Methylcobalamin protects melanocytes from oxidative stress DDDT, Dove Medical Press. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Sunday morning primetime special, Forever Young, Searching for the Fountain of Youth, November 28, CBS News. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Tuesday, November 30th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Pentagon launches preemptive strike on Senate UFO law. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Tuesday, November 30th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News I8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News I8. All rights reserved.